Flare network is the future of decentralized connectivity. But for the moment, folks, it does not seem that way when we look at the price. People are really frustrated or they're irritated with the price action. And whenever this time comes in crypto, people oftentimes obviously sell their bags and never look behind. But when it comes to Flare Network, folks, I've told you since day one that price is the least of the things that we should be concerned with. To be honest, yes, we should be. Everyone is interested to increase their back size or increase their portfolio, obviously. I'm not saying that price does not matter. I'm not saying that if the price goes down, you should be happy about it. Obviously, price action is the only thing that most of the people are here for to make the gains. But folks, when it comes to a project like Flare Network, this is a double-edged sword. Let me explain to you something. Whenever the price falls, folks, the meme coins they have something to back on or rely on. That is shilling, constant shilling without any news, without any development. And what happens with a project like Flare Network or XDC, XRP, the utility projects, folks? Apparently, the utility projects. So, what happens with them is that they do not have something to back on. If the market falls, if the market is falling, they are a bit silent. They are not going through development at that point, a huge milestone to announce, or they have NDAs. The price suffers, folks, that's for sure. But the thing that matters for a project like Flare are the fundamentals. The fundamentals are what drive the price in the long haul, despite the shortcomings or the setbacks, folks. Fundamentals like these, like look at this, news like these, or connections like these, predictions like these. Look at this. Crypto knowledge says that bank bros know FLR ETF on the cards. Just wow. Who's getting an ETF first, FLR or XRP? It appears that both will. So let me share with you this post over here. Yeah. This is Crypto Insight UK. Just got informed about a listing for a Flare ETF, folks. Now, check this out. Filed with the US Securities and Exchange Commission on October 24th, 2025. Securities Act registration, Investment Company Act registration number. Like, look at this. Securities and Exchange Commission, Washington, D.C. 20549, Form N1A, a registration statement under the Securities Act of 1933. Okay, so look at this registration statement under the Investment Company Act of 1940. Listed Funds Trust. Exact name of registrant as specified in Charter. 615 East Michigan Street, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Okay, so look at this. Yeah, this is what we're interested in. Subject to completion, dated October 24th, 2025. The information herein is not complete and may be changed. We may not sell these securities until the registration statement filed with the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission is effective. This prospectus is not an offer to sell these securities and is not soliciting an offer to buy these securities in any jurisdiction in which the offer or sale is not permitted, folks. Check this out. Teucrium leveraged FLR ETF ticker. Teucrium FLR ETF ticker. So this is what we're talking about, folks. Behind the scenes, let's see how this goes. Look at this. If you know, you know. And people are asking that has this been confirmed by reliable sources, mate? I may or may not have received this from the most reliable source at Flare. So look at this. These are some behind the scenes insider news that I'm not saying that they might be 100% correct, obviously, but folks, if they are, these are the developments that we're talking about. Obviously, price will catch up if development happens. Look at this. Leader Alpha also says that Flare ETF coming. It certainly does appear that a licensed financial entity has filed for a Flare ETF, folks. Now look at this. LFG Hugo delivering buses once again. Indeed, Hugo is always active when it comes to Flare. And look at this. NFT Museum says that the world is sleeping on Flare Network, the most underrated revolution in crypto. Not just, folks, an asset or a project. He's called it a revolution in crypto. The reason is the same, folks. It is not only working for itself, not being a layer one, having enshrined oracles. It is all in one solution, folks, and all in one project, and all in one asset. Imagine Chainlink has gotten so big despite having a layer one. Flare has so much going on for it. They just need to deliver, folks. So real data, real utility, real interoperability, while others chase hype. Flare is building the future of decentralized connectivity, folks. So Flare is indeed trying to do that, and Flare won't be anywhere near these prices when the world wakes up. When will they wake up? We do not know. When will this beating goes? When will the red continue? We never know, but Flare indeed has potential, folks. We're not saying that 100% it is going to go for glory. Any business can fail or succeed, but it has tremendous potential. Look at this. These are some elements that we need to analyze. Look at this, October 28th, 2025. Flare has just hit a new all-time high for its TVL. So the TVL is rising. These are some glimpses, some signs, folks. So although the price may be depreciating, the TVL has been rising. And when it comes to TVL, let me share with you this post as well. Look at this. Holding FLR, this video is a must watch. The Flare community has posted it, by the way. Billions of XRP to flow into the Flare network via Zaman to start earning yield. Flare smart contract accounts or smart accounts will change everything. Let's check this out, folks. This is from Flare community official handle, folks. So seems interesting.
The writing is on the wall, and we're expecting to see a huge explosion in TVL on the Flare network. Welcome back, Flare community. I hope you're all well and having an incredible day as always. And yes, we are on the verge of something very special. The F Asset Protocol has launched and it's about to get some major adoption in a big way. We're starting here on the F Asset dashboard, and as you can see, there is 20 million FXRP that has been minted on the Flare network, and this is the cap that is currently imposed, and this is going to increase each and every week. Since the cap is actually full, it demonstrates a huge demand for minting FXRP and putting a otherwise dormant asset into a yield generating machine. Now, the caps, if we go over here, are as follows. We've seen the minting of the 5 million XRP, 10 million XRP and 20 million XRP. That was just this week. And the next stage is 35 million XRP. And this may likely be split between two time zones as we've seen in the past. Also, you can see that with subsequent months, we see 50 million and then 70 million FXRP. Who knows what goes on after that, but these are the projections as of now. And yes, this is when the floodgates will open. The most exciting thing is up here on the Zaman wallet. If you didn't know, Zaman is one of the most popular, I believe it is actually the most popular wallet for those holding assets on the XRP ledger. And as you know, XRP can be used to mint FXRP and used to generate a yield. This is a highly desirable feature of bringing XRP onto the Flare network. Now here's where things get really interesting. Wind, who is the creator of the Zaman wallet and absolute superstar in the XRPL ecosystem, he says that yes, this is coming to the Zaman wallet. And the Zaman wallet is extremely popular with billions of XRP held or used through the Zaman wallet. Now, what I want to show you now is a brief interview clip from Hugo talking about this, and this is just going to blow your mind. Let's jump in.
I know the parties we're talking to. I also know the protocols we're building. I know, like, for instance, to give you a really good example, we are working with Zaman, which is one of the major wallets on the XRP ledger, to create a smart account that enables you to stake directly from XRP ledger into Firelight on Flare without you having to touch the bridge. You don't have to interact with the bridge. You don't have to transact on Flare. You can just stake directly through what we call a smart account through Zaman. And that's in progress. I don't know when it will be delivered, but that's in progress. And Zaman has, as I understand it, roughly 4 billion XRP that is held through the Zaman wallet. So, that's about $12 billion, just that. And I think, there's no reason that we wouldn't be able to pick up a reasonable amount of the assets that are used in Zaman.
My work is easy because I use ClickUp. Here's how I keep track of all my tasks. I start by brain dumping everything I need to get done.
So you heard it from Hugo himself, Flare Smart Accounts, and this is an absolutely huge step in the direction of abstracting the complexity for XRP holders that want to generate a yield. In addition to that, he stated that there are 4 billion, yes, that's billion with a B, XRP that runs through the Zaman wallet. So that is huge untapped potential, about 4% of the supply of XRP that could potentially be put to use on the Flare network. So we got this from Quantic here. If we just scroll down, Flare Smart Accounts are born from XRPL-centric account abstraction that lets an XRPL address control a linked smart account on Flare and perform actions on the Flare network. So this is basically the key that opens the door to the yield generating platform Firelight for XRP holders. We scroll down here. The current scope is intentionally limited with F assets and upcoming Firelight operations, plus selected operators relaying proofs. However, you can generalize this with a broader instruction set and richer policy for quotas, rate limits, and other rules. So this really is just the tip of the iceberg for smart accounts, and this is basically going to allow an XRP holder to use their XRP and initiate a transaction that is linked to a smart account on Flare, and that transaction may have instructions such as putting that minting the FXRP and then putting that to work in Firelight to start earning a yield. This means that the XRP holders may not even necessarily know that they are interacting with the Flare network, and this is what we call chain abstraction. You go to the Zaman Wallet app, you press a couple of buttons, and now you are earning yield on your end.
So folks, what do you guys think about Flare Network? Are you discouraged by the price action, or do you truly think that Flare is the future of decentralized connectivity? I would really like your opinions. Do hit the comment box below and let the community know. Anyways guys, this was it for the video. If you liked it, make sure to like, share, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification icon if you're interested in utility coins and potential gems. And you can also support the channel by checking out Patreon by following the link in the description box below. Until next time, stay blessed and stay tuned. Thank you very much, everyone.